the power. Fight 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 the power. We got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm's designed to bounce with calcium that go live, designed to fill your mind now that you're real.
What's up, world? We're here once again, 2010, May 21st. I am at the winery right now. If y'all got Facebook and y'all are friends with Everett and 30-something, you know that Everett went down to 4th Street and he said basically however he was treated on that particular night, he just had enough.
I don't want y'all to think this is a joke, because I'm serious about this.
Everett is a little upset.
Because 4th Street is ridiculous. I've never seen an African-American DJ sitting in the middle of 4th Street Live. Every morning, 30-something entertainment in the building. We are having a discussion of possible discrimination from 4th Street Live. Is it something African Americans bring upon themselves, or is it something that 4th Street has against Black Americans, especially males? We're gonna have a 2-hour discussion about this particular incident and some different situations, stories. We're gonna get together and come up with solutions to possibly get this fixed. We're gonna meet with the president of 4th Street Live. We're going to take our concerns to them since they're not bringing it to us and they're not doing anything about it. Every morning, 30-something entertainment. See y'all in a minute. I got any volunteers who want to go first?
I had one of those VIP happy hour parties or whatever at Sully's, and it was about a group of 10 of us, and we went, the waitress came and she greeted us, she was polite at first, so about 30 minutes later, everybody was looking around like, okay, what come she hasn't come back to take our order or anything. So one of us had to actually go up and get her. I mean, we seen her in her view. She was actually out there catering to, I don't want to sound bad, but to the white patrons. And so we went out there and got her, so we finally ordered and got our food or whatever. She never came back, not one time, asked us how we was doing, did we need anything else or anything. So finally, I got fed up, rather than invite all these people to come, just for a nice time. I asked for a manager, he was very apologetic or whatever, and he, flipped the bill. But taking, or giving us a free meal isn't an option always, We walked out of there with a negative attitude, towards the waitress, towards the facility, and it wasn't fair to me or my friends because we were just there, having fun, trying to have fun anyway, but we were just really totally ignored. We felt invisible or whatever, but you say, why come we just didn't get up and walk out? But that's besides the point. We felt like, just like the young lady said, I was born and raised here. Why come I can't go on 4th Street? I remember Galleria, the bus rides up and down Broadway. We all have a right.
The problem for me is 4th Street Live is not going to go out of business because Black people don't support them. So for me, that's not an option. I moved downtown because 4th Street was close. I mean, it had video game stores, CVS, restaurants. It had plenty of things for me to do if I had to just walk. So on a Sunday to Thursday, I don't want to have to go to the East End when everything is downtown.
This is my city. Why can't I go? I was born and raised here. There's no place in this city I should not be able to go and feel comfortable.
And to be honest, I go to all of the venues in the city. I go to Kohl's, I go to Griff's, I go to the Marriott, I go everywhere. Not just African American concerts, it can be diverse concerts, I think what we should do is just use 4th Street as an option.
My friends and I went, and my friend's wife called ahead to make sure that we were going to be within the guidelines because her husband, dresses more culturally. She called to make sure what the dress code was before we went. So he fit in the guidelines that they told us, yet they still won't let him in. So we did eventually get through the front gate, but then none of the clubs would allow us in. But yet I saw many people dressed the same way he was. His shirt was out, but it did not go over the pocket. He had a polo on, but it had a symbol. I think it was a tigre or something. I don't even know. But it had a symbol, so they said he couldn't come in because of that. So I began pointing out people, okay, what about this guy? What about that guy? Why is he able to come in and my friend's husband was not? The gallery was just a shopping mall, I guess, and we all went there. Just, Black people, white, everybody was welcome in the Galleria. So now that it's 4th Street Live, it's not for us. It's a part of what I know. I know 4th Street at the Galleria, whether it's a place to hang out or a place to shop. I love it, so I want to go.
Another one of the things that were brought up to me is entertainment. So between 4th Street Live and the waterfront, I can probably count on one hand how many times they've had an African American artist show up. And I've never seen, I don't know if y'all know they have a DJ, I think the first Saturday of the month. I've never seen an African American DJ sitting in the middle of 4th Street Live.
My name is Shelley Green. One big thing about 4th Street Live, it's not locally run. It's not locally owned. It's run by an out-of-state corporation. In comparison, when you go down to Memphis, Tennessee, on Beale Street, that is locally owned, locally run, and they let you know if they have signs posted, Beale Street Merchants Association. There's not a whole lot of yippee-yappy about who can come on Beale Street and who not. In the daytime, it's family-oriented. Certain time of evening, they start blocking off for foot traffic. But then when it gets dark, the only thing they require of you that you be 21 and they card you. Being locally owned and then being owned by outside NASA makes a whole big difference.
And I go in and I demand respect, period. And I carry myself in that manner so that I get that respect that I deserve.
I actually had an experience last year where me and a bunch of coworkers from GE were down there. It was
Rerun.
Okay, yeah. And they had a guest DJ come in from Atlanta, and he was playing music like hip hop and R&B. And then my friend said, "Yo, do you hear that?" And we went in, and as soon as we all walked in, there was like 15 of us. As soon as we all walked in, the music changed. And the DJ said that he got word from management that he needed to change the music. They were playing hip hop and R&B and they changed it because we walked in there. We weren't dressed like, you know, we got in the club, so, but, you know, they just, I don't appreciate that.
Personally, I've never had an issue at 4th Street Live. Never had any trouble. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, what I'm hearing is from black males, which bothers me.
If you go to big cities like Los Angeles or LA or Atlanta or Chicago, I mean, you see the black contingent running things. Living in the suburbs, it is all good. They're patronizing the establishments there, and life is fantastic. Unfortunately, we live in Louisville.
Well, I think that we, as a community, need to write letters to each of the key players, the people that own the actual development, as well as the people that own the corporations of each of the clubs or the establishments located in 4th Street Live. In doing that, I think it needs to make sure that you're getting to the headquarters, which is a national level, a regional level, a local level. Make sure our government gets it, make sure the managers at the location get it, and contact the managers actually in person as well as phone.
Fight the power! 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 We got to fight the powers that be! As the rhythm's designed to bounce with health